Do you watch any streamers when you're not streaming yourself? Sometimes. Depends what they're doing and if it's like fucking interesting or funny or whatever. You know who I like to watch? Jericho. He's fucking funny. He's such a fucking loser, but I love it. Hey Joel, I am an FPS pro player and would love to make a video with you. I inspired my channel PC in you. I would like to invite you to play a CS match or something. Dude, I suck. I can't. I used to play like CS 1.6 like back in the day. I was actually pretty good at that. But then I'm just like I fell off. Imagine me remixing Squid Game. Jesus Christ, what a fad that was, eh? That was like I think 6 out of 10 DJs at EDC had some Squid Game fucking bullshit during their set. It was pretty funny and cringy at the same time. Zed's Squid Game intro was like kind of cool. But again, like why? You know? Fuck Squid Game. I didn't even like it. I watched it like the minute it came out, and it was like, whatever. Yeah, great. Oh, did I burn my finger? Oh my god, you see that? Oh yeah, of course you do. Okay, so this is a Tesla injury. These two burns, that's a fucking Tesla injury, and they're burns. You know what I fucking did? So yeah, get this. Okay, so I got the new plaid, right? And it's fucking crazy, right? So my friend Steve and Derek came over and they were like, they have the Model S and all that shit, and they're like, oh, what's with the. So I launched it in drag strip mode a couple fucking times, right? Up and down the street just to like show them the fucking 0 to 60, right? And I was like, okay, cool. I get it in the fucking garage and you can smell the brakes. The brakes on the plaid are fucking horrible, right? So I'm like, holy shit, those must be hot as fuck. It smells like clutch, you know what I mean? So anyway, I put my hand in front of the brake disc, right? And I could feel the heat coming off it. I'm like, holy shit. So I tapped it for like 1 second off the back of my hand, and it just, and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking hot. I know, it was stupid. I had to touch it because I wanted to see how hot it was. And yeah, it fucking burnt the shit out of my fucking hand. Can you believe that? That's my bad. It's not that was me stupid, but they get glowing hot. Yes. But they suck. The brakes suck in that fucking car, man. I make better music than you. Well, that's nice. Because I make more money than you. So, I mean, if I had to pick, I'm just saying. Halifax. I see a Dino Land Dino. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, I got one in, how's it going, Hallie? Yeah. He's got his little level 3 helmet on. Look at this autofocus is so terrible. Come on. Yeah. I gotta get this cat out of here. Hey, come here. Come here, you fuck. Come here. You stupid piece of shit. Oh. You wanna get fucking Alina? You wanna ban me from the fucking internet? I like that's a verb for me now. She digs her fucking claws and she just sucks on you. This cat is fucking stupid. Okay, don't slice my throat, please. Look at this. Yeah, find a place to suck. Why are you so fucking broken? You know, I met Stan Lee. Like, I had a private meeting with him once. Oh, it was so weird. It was cool as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think he's weird or anything. Well, I mean, of course he's weird, but it was the weirdest meeting I've ever had. His assistant, hit us up or something and asked for a meeting. Yeah, no, I'm dead fucking serious. There's probably some photos of it online or something like that. So, because we were talking about producing a comic book and all this stuff too. So we had talks with that guy who does Spawn. What's his name? Seth. And then Stan Lee, of course, and all that stuff. So anyway, so Stanley invites us up to his office thing out in LA, and we go there. And honestly, you know what the first words out of his mouth was to me? How are you gonna make me $1 million? I swear to God, just like that. And I was like, yikes. You know, and I was of course I was polite and all that stuff, and it was so weird. It was so fucking weird. I was like, are you joking right now? Like, No, he wasn't being an ass. It was like he was. I felt like I was a kid at a circus and he was the ringleader. You know what I mean? And it was all like, ha, you know, like, and I was like, whoa, dude. Yeah, he was like, it was like I was in a weird movie. Nice guy, really friendly, really nice, and he heard me out on my ideas and stuff like that. And then we, it just didn't go anywhere. Really, we never followed up. We didn't have any cool stuff. So, but it was just awkward. But it was cool at the same time because I got to meet this guy that had created so much. And what celebrity surprised me the most, good or bad? Oh my god, the guy, I don't know his name. The guy from Lost. You know Benjamin, the character in Lost, the creepy doctor guy. I have the funniest fucking story about this dude. It was so weird. What's his name? Benjamin. He was Benjamin. He was like really creepy in the movie. Michael Emerson, is that his name? So, okay, I was on a flight, okay, to LA from probably Toronto or whatever, right? And it was just me, because usually, like, when I go somewhere, it's like for a show. Like, I don't, I'm like, hey, I'll go fucking hang out in LA. No, like, if I have a show, I'll go, right? And then usually when I go, I have, like, Leah comes with me. So I usually get the seat. Leah sits beside me so we can play Switch or whatever, right? So there's one fucking time that I fly to LA, like, I'm thinking, like, fuck, someone's gonna sit beside me, right? I'm on the plane. I'm like, I was like probably the first one on it, and I'm fucking sitting down. I'm thinking like, shit, man, I wonder who's gonna be fucking sit beside me, whatever. Like, because usually, like, if you ever fly solo, sometimes, you know, like you just get someone who just wants to sit there, shut up, and go to sleep, whatever, and I could just like put my head on the fucking window and sleep. But then once in a while, you'll get someone like, so where are you going? You know, why are you even asking that? We're on the same fucking flight, idiot. Like, you think they're gonna drop me off in Toledo while you carry on? You know, it's like, just shut the fuck up. So anyway, I'm sitting on this fucking flight, and then all of a sudden, like, this guy comes on and sits down, and I just, you know, kind of looked over, you know, and I recognized him, but I didn't know from what, you know, because I've only seen like a couple episodes of the show, and I was like, so I saw this guy, and I was like, damn, he looks familiar, but I don't want to say anything. I don't want to be like, because I've actually had this happen to me too, where someone goes, someone says, are you famous? But like, because they don't know what you're from or whatever. But yeah. So anyway, this guy sits down, and I'm like, I know this guy, but I don't know him personally. Like, I've seen him on TV or something, right? And I don't want to say anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. I sit down, and he whips out this fucking iPad, and just, you know, like, and he's like fucking around, whatever. And about halfway through the fucking flight, I just hear like I'm like, you know, zoning out, watching my fucking phone or whatever the fuck. And I hear this like this noise beside my seat. So what happened is, I guess he dropped his iPad and it landed between our seats, right? Like, and he's like, oh, excuse me, and he's like digging down there trying to get the fucking iPad, and he was doing it for like, you know, a minute, right? And I was like, fuck, man, just get your iPad, like, whatever. And he's like, my hands, no. And I was like, you know what? I got little. I told him, I got little girly hands. I'll fucking, you know, get it. So I reached down and like fiddled with it for a bit because it was like a really tight space. I finally get the fucking thing out, right? And I'm like, oh, here you go, man. He's like, oh, thanks, you're a lifesaver. He says something like, hey, like, are you that DJ Mouse? You know, like, I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he starts like the benign conversation shit, right? And then I still didn't want to say, hey, you're that guy from fucking whatever, because I didn't know his fucking thing. And I was like, hey, you know, basically like, hey, I really enjoyed Lost and whatever. And he's like, oh, yes. And I'm like, and I go, did you have fun on that? And then we're just making fucking small talk, right? Because I think they filmed it out in like in the middle of nowhere or something like that. And I'm like, so I was just like making small talk, and I was like, did you have fun? And he was like, oh, yes. It was really cool to be stranded on this island with all these, like, you know, mysterious circumstances. And he's talking about the plot, right? I meant, like, How was it? Like, being out in that part of the world. Not like your fucking character, you know what I mean? But he's talking like he's the fucking character in the fucking thing. And I'm sitting on a plane with this fucking guy, you know, thinking about the fucking movie, thinking like, oh my God, he's kind of weird. Right? But that's funny. So he's like giving me like basically, yes, the synopsis of his character in the fucking thing. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's cool. Yeah. And then, but this was like 20 minutes to landing time. So I'm like, all right, I don't have to endure this all. Yeah. So he's like going through the script, basically telling me about like how he's a doctor on this island and and I was like, holy shit. Like, yeah, all right. And then we land, right? And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, have fun, whatever you're doing. Okay, bye. And then I go to the luggage belt because that's one time I check a fucking bag, right? Then I get to the luggage belt and he fucking catches up and he's sitting there and standing there waiting for his fucking thing. And he comes up to me and he says, do you want a picture with me? And I was like, no. You know what I mean? But that's weird. Who does that? I've never done that ever. Unsolicited. He's like, do you want a picture with me? And I was like, no. It's cool, man. It was like that's so fucking weird. I'm like, but hey, see you later. Oh, bags off. I gotta go. Oh, it's so weird. No, he wanted me to take a picture with my phone with me and him. And I'm like, oh, I'm good, man. It's cool. Like, it's all right. Are you sure? I'm kind of a big deal. No, he didn't say that. But that would have been funny. It was just weird. I've never had anyone do that to me. Yeah, get lost. He's a nice guy, but it was just a weird moment for me. Do you want a picture with me? And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm doing you a favor, kid. So do you want a picture of me? I should do that to someone just to make them feel uncomfortable. Oh my God, you know what's even funnier? Do it to someone who doesn't even fucking know who I am. Hey, I'm Deadmau5. You want a picture with me?